A terrific matchup at running back. Two of the most dangerous backs in the NFL about to meet, go toe-to-toe. How do you see it?
Well, you know what? It's not always about the quarterback when you talk about NFL games. And here's a great example of it today. The physical team wins, and when you have running backs like this, the more physical team will win.
First down here. Maurice Jones-Drew gets it here. And that's a gain of 9. Imposing their will early on the defense with a solid effort on the ground.
And we talk so much, don't we, about the passing game in the NFL, but it's still about who can out-hit the other one. And right now, the offense, they are winning that battle. Nice run.
The Raiders elect to take a timeout here before the second down snap. That leads us to second down. Here's the handoff. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
McFadden's a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground. The Browns defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Has Jones. He's brought to a halt.
The Raiders did a good job that time throwing a pass on first down and picked up some nice yards. Now second and short really puts the defense in a tough position.
The Raiders come to the line. Of course, plenty of pink on the field today and in the stands, as all of October will be seeing this for Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL. Second and 3. Has Jones, and they advance the ball onto the other side of the field.
Well, we got the mojo flowing today, don't we? You start out the game, it's early, you pick up a couple first down.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. The Raiders call a timeout, and we'll step aside and be back in just a moment. First down, offense readying for the snap. Let's see what they do on first down following that huge play. The wide receiver in motion. By Whitner. And now let's take a look at the Raiders offense. This is an efficient group. Last week turning the football over just once. Second down here. Carr's got it on the play action. reaches out and grabs it. Moore's tackled down after a gain of 10.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
This is third down. Offense lines up here. Looking to go deep. A takeaway. That brings the play to an end.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
First down coming up. The handoff to Ben Tate. Tackles made. Now that we've got a moment, let's look at the Browns offense. This is a difficult unit to slow down. They know how to put up points and pick up yardage. This will be second down. It's Tate in the backfield. To the ground. Up the middle. And Woodley in on the tackle. And now here's the Raiders defense. They have to put some pressure on the quarterback this week, as last week they did not have a single sack. Line up now on third down. They were very good at converting these situations a week ago. Defense filling up the box here with a 4-6 formation. That false start penalty will push them back 5 yards. A lot to overcome here, especially that penalty, and it's third down. Manziel lines up in the pistol. And he's forced to the ground.
Well, you just get tired of sending 3 or 4 players at the quarterback in passing situations. So this time, blitz, and they are up for it. They get to the QB and get a sack.
He'll have a chance for a return. Gains 16. They come to the line, and it's first down. The Browns defense now is going to go nickel. Takes it from the strong eye. Jones-Drew is tackled down. And now we'll take a look at the Browns defensive lineup. They do have a tendency to give up a lot of yardage. So we'll see if this offense can take advantage today. Second down. Jones-Drew lined up in the backfield. Makes the catch. And he's tackled some 3 yards away from a first down.
Nice play call that time by the offensive coordinator. The pass picks up some solid yards. Now it's third and short. Every offense is better in third and short than third and long, of course.
It'll be third down. They come out in the dime package. The Raiders call for the timeout. We'll take a break with them. We'll be right back after these messages. Third down now. The Browns with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Catch made. Reese is brought down after picking up 11 on this play.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. They're going back up top. Has his man. Oh, the Raiders. Touchdown.
Good job that time by the offense, scoring that touchdown and putting them ahead. And when you get ahead in a football game, the National Football League, it makes you relax and you play better.
And the point after is good. The Browns are back deep, ready to return. Benjamin's going to start his return. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. They face first down. Tate's lined up as the single back. They run the counter play. Moore's there to make the stop.
Moore is just not an outside rusher. We see it right here. What a job showing that strength. Stays in position, and the run's coming outside, and he stops it for no gain.
The Browns are coming off a one-sided win a week ago, but they trail in a nail-biter here, Phil.
Yeah, last week's game, that doesn't happen too often in the NFL to just blow a team out. So this is what this league is all about. Close games and playing tough in these kind of moments.
Second and 10. Miles Austin hauls it in. And the tackle is made at the 41. Not a whole lot of scoring here as we welcome you back to the action. First down here after the completion. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Can't find space, and this will be a loss of 1 on the play.
44 gets the call to the 1 yard loss on the play.
Second down coming up. Big set here for the defense, lining up in the 4-6. There's Cameron.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Found the open guy. Picked up some solid yards with that pass. Third and short. Now this opens up everything on the offensive side.
The completion sets them up now for 3rd and 7. Nickel formation here for the defense.
Blue 10.
Woodley's in on the coverage and forces the incompletion.
Woodley's persistence, it pays off this time. He knows he can't get to the quarterback, so what does he do? He stops, gets those big arms and hands up, and swats that football away.
Lanning is back now. He'll be punting. He wants to return this one. Gets about 4 yards that time.
Very lucky that time on that punt return. The coverage was outstanding, and the returner's just lucky he didn't fumble the football.
First down here. Offense lines up here. Maurice Jones-Drew. And they bring him down at the 38-yard line.
That was a power running play that time by the offense. It picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense you're willing to get in there and slug it out and get some tough running yards.
Second and short following the run. The defense comes out in the nickel. Carr's going to take it from the gun. They're setting up screen. Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
That's a really good throw and catch, and they get the first down. Jim, that's what you want to do. Pick up that first down. Now you give your offense 3 more opportunities.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Offense lines up here. Kruger sends an animal on that play.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Now they'll try over again on second down. Moore's lined up in the slot. Here's the handoff to Maurice Jones-Drew. Sheard's there to take him down.
Manage the football game. That's what you have to do as a quarterback. You're winning a close game and it's third and long. Well, manage it. Know what to do. Don't force the play here. If it's not there, throw it away and just punt the football.
Let's see what they do on this third down situation. Nickel formation for the defense here. Still got it after the play action. Makes the catch in the open field. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. Let's see how they back up the big play here. The wide receiver shifting around in motion. Out of the shotgun formation. And he's taken down.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
Second down now. The Raiders take it from the 43. Going deep. Incomplete. Almost going in the other direction.
There are a lot of ways to attack cover, too. You can go deep down the middle where neither the safeties are. Or if a linebacker covers somebody deep down the middle, then throw it short underneath the defense.
It's third down coming up. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Carnes standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Dezier's able to swat the pass away.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
King is back now. He'll be punting. They'll take it at the 20. The Browns now bring their offense back onto the field for the next drive. It's Tate in the backfield. First down at the 20. Breaks at the tackle. Justin Tuck has a sack.
Well, that's a sign of a good defense. When you can sack the quarterback when you're just rushing the defensive lineman, you don't need any tricks, you don't need any blitzes. Man, that's talent.
Manziel's back in shotgun formation. Mike, and the ball falls incomplete.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing a football game. Now you're looking at third and long, and look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart. If the play is not there, don't force it. Dump it off and wait for the next time you get it.
After the incomplete pass, it's third down. The Raiders come out in the nickel. He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Launches it down the field. Intercepted! They bring him down, and the offense fails to pick up a first down on 3 plays.
Anytime you're backed up on the offensive side, the quarterback's got to be extremely careful, because if you turn it over, you're just giving points to your opponent. That time, a bad decision by the quarterback, and he throws an easy interception for the defense.
The Browns lined up in the nickel. First down at the 44. And they bring him down at the 44-yard line.
Kruger is so strong, he can do everything on the field. He can rush the passer, beat up tackles, tight ends. How about defending this outside run that time? Stuffs it for no gain.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Second down coming up. Quarters formation here for the defense. Carr's going to take the snap from the shotgun. And incomplete pass that time as he threw it short. The offense now needs to pick up the first here on third down after that incompletion. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Third down and 10. Dezier's able to knock that pass away for the incompletion.
To be a great defensive back in the NFL now, you have to read the receiver. When those hands go up, you do the same, and that time the defense knocks the football down.
Benjamin's got a chance this time, and that's going to be a 2-point tackle, a safety in the end zone. There's a yellow marker down on the field. First down on the way. Maurice Jones-Drew lined up in the backfield. First and 10. Jones-Drew's handed the football. Brought down by Dansby.
Jones-Drew is trying to be patient, but there is nowhere to run that time, and he only gets a short gain.
Second down following the run. Quarters formation here for the defense. Taking it up the middle. Dansby's there to make the tackle. The Browns are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. Third down. Plenty of defensive backs out on the field for this one. Down the field. Almost intercepted.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
Benjamin's going to take this one from the 18. Picks up 8 here. The Browns will begin their drive from the 26 now. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. First down at the 26. On the money. Moore's in on the tackle.
Menzel selling this play big time. The defense, they go for the run fake, and that's why he has time to throw the football and makes the completion. Good job.
He'll fire it out to the left. Can't hold on here as this goes incomplete.
Jim, when you look at drop passes in the NFL, it's almost always for the same reason. They take their eyes off the football, the receivers, just before it gets there. And when you do that, that little bit of lack of concentration will cause you to drop the pass.
Failing to complete that one. So, second down here. The Raiders with a nickel look here on defense. Setting up screen and looking underneath. This will go incomplete.
Number 2 goes incomplete.
Following that incompletion, it sets up 3rd and 10. Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. From the gun. The defense gets a sack.
Well, good job that time by the defense. They catch the offense off guard, and they send more guys than the offensive line can block. When you're outnumbered, it's up to the quarterback to get rid of the football. He does it, and he takes the sack.
That does it for the first half. Browns trail in this one. First Energy Stadium is the site of today's game. Jim Nance and Phil Simms here with the call as we get set for the start of the 3rd quarter. Sebastian Janikowski lining up for the kickoff. Takes it from the 2. Just across the 20 and tackled at the 21.
Kickoff return 19 yards.
The Browns offense heads on to the field. Offense lines up here.
380. Dagger. Set. 3.
And now here's looking to the right side and throwing. Good coverage that time as this goes incomplete.
That is so tough to do when you think about it. We got world-class sprinters running down the field, and you're able to stay close to them and reach out with one hand and knock it down. Great play.
Second down following that incompletion. He'll keep it on the play fake. Finley's going to pull in the bullet pass. First down here after the completion. Tate's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Takes it on the counter. He stacked up at that point.
Max just not an outside rusher. We see it right here. What a job showing that strength. Stays in position, and the run's coming outside, and he stops it for no gain.
Second down here after that run play. The Raiders defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Throws the pass. Has Gordon brought down at the 44.
The Browns, that time, they can't get big yards, but the throw and catch picks up a few, and his third down's much easier with this situation.
Third down on the way. Defense comes out in a 4-6 formation.
380.
Over to Cameron and pick up about 4.
Good job by the defense. Staying in the right spots. They give up the short pass. They make the tackle. And now we have fourth down coming up.
They are close enough to a first to go for it here on fourth down. Defense with plenty of bodies in the box here on this play. This play call is for the fullback. That'll put them in what we call plus territory.
I thought that was a pretty risky play that time by the offense. Even though it's the second half and you're down, you don't always have to go for it on fourth down. Fortunate for them, they got it that time.
The play clock's running down. 3-step drop. Brown's going to make the tackle.
That's a nice route on the outside. Nice throw by the quarterback. Puts him in good position to keep moving and get a first down.
Coming up, second down. Offense lines up here.
380.
The handoff to Ben Tate. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
Well, when you're down a couple scores in the second half, you're just looking for some positives and trying to get some momentum on your side. So that first down by the offense, maybe that'll give them some confidence, and we'll see where they can go with it from here.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. They load it up now, bring out the jumbo formation. They'll go with the extra tonnage here with the jumbo set. And he's tackled at the 34-yard line.
No gain on the play.
That's second down coming up. It's a two tight end formation. Play action fake. Looking to throw. That catch good for a first down.
Find a way to score. That's always the mantra with every team when they get in the red zone. If you punch it in here, even though you're down by more than 7, it'll give you confidence for the rest of the game.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. What a drive this has been. Looking to go up top again on first down. Has Gordon, and that's a gain of maybe 5.
Good play call that time by the offensive coordinator. Down inside, when you're inside that 20-yard line or the red zone, find ways to complete the pass. They did that time.
And here we have second down. This long drive continues. They'll go ground. And a gain of 4.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
Play number 12 coming up for the offense. This has been a long drive so far. Marching down the field and taking their time. Trying to beat the play clock. Tate's going to take the handoff now. Good for only a yard.
Games in the NFL can hinge on 3rd and short. Who can pick them up and who can stop them? How about that play that time by the defense? They stopped the 3rd and short run, and now it's 4th down.
Going for it on 4th down. Quick drop back. As Cameron picks up about 5.
The Browns had a nice play design that time and pulled the defense, and they get the pass completion for a nice pickup.
First and goal from the 1. And he's across for the touchdown.
I would bet first and goal that the offense about 90% of the time is going to run the football. And what do they do here? They run it and they get it done. That is power of football at its best.
The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. He'll take it from the 10. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. It's first down as they head to the line. Jones-Drew lined up in the backfield. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Jones-Drew, right side. He's going to be tackled right around the 49.
Good job by the offense picking up a first down there. They've been terrific all day long. They're winning the football game, and they are tiring this defense out.
First down here after the run. Here they come back to the line after picking up over 20 yards on that last play. And the give to Darren McFadden. They've got him behind the line of scrimmage. The Raiders offense tries to continue some momentum, still possessing the football as the final quarter gets underway. It's now second down. On this passing down, the defense comes out in the nickel. The final quarter begins with this snap.
Interesting situation here for the offense. They got a lead here in the second half, but it's 3rd and long. And as we always like to say, the football is in the hands of the quarterback, so he has to be smart. If he tries to force it down the field, I do not like his chances.
Third down here. Offense trying to pick up the first. Quarters formation here for the defense. Carr's got it in the gun. The ball is jarred loose. Running room. A foot race to taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
Anytime you're on the offensive side and you fumble and the defense picks it up and takes it for a long touchdown, wow, that is hard to overcome. So what a job by the defense. Very opportunistic. Take advantage of those situations when they come up.
Billy Cundiff ready for the kickoff. That's a touchback, and the ball will be spotted at the 20. The Raiders ready to take over the football. Wide receivers are bunched up. First down at the 20. Dansby's able to get a hand on it and knock it away.
Hard to throw over some of these linebackers in the NFL now. They got such good size. You try to throw over them, here's what happens. These big guys will knock it down.
That leads us to second down. Carr's going to take it from the gun. They're going to get him here for a sack.
Really good job by the defensive coordinator. Good time to call that blitz. Catches the offense by surprise, and they just outnumber them, and they get to the quarterback, and they take him down.
The Raiders with a little uncertainty, so they take a timeout here before third down. Third down after the sack. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. That's an interception. In on the stop.
Give a lot of credit to the defense this time. They got the offense backed up. It's inside its own 20. They're aggressive, and being aggressive gives them a chance to get the interception, and they make it. Nice play.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down. The handoff to Ben Tate. Tyvon Branch in on that last play.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
Tate's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Handoff taken down at the 21. Third down following the run. He's going to get another carry. That's a gain of 8.
That's awesome. Every time you pick up a first down, what does that do? It shortens the game, also keeps your defense on the sideline, and they get rested up and ready for their turn. But you got a lead here. It's a small one in the second half. Keep getting those first downs.
First down and 10. Another running play, and that's a 2-yard gain.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
Second down here. Handoff made. That's a gain of 6.
The Browns know once they get inside the 20-yard line, you have to be able to run the football also. It can't be pass, pass, pass all the time. The offensive line comes through. Good, solid run that time.
Now looking at third down. It's the old counter play. The story of this game. Third down failures today.
And it fires the football team up. The defense, third and short. They stop the run, keeps the offense short of the first down, and look at the excitement on the defensive side.
The kick is good.
Well, the defense is going to be excited. They come out there. The offense has great field position, but they stop them. But they give up 3 points, but still a victory for the defense.
That'll be a touchback, and the ball will be placed at the 20. The Raiders getting ready now to start their drive. Time is running out here in the fourth, and the defense is trying to preserve this win. First and 10. They'll run it. Here's the handoff. They'll mark him at the 22.
This is one good tackling defense. They stay in good position at all times, and we saw at that time when they stopped the play for a short gain.
These guys need to make something happen on offense, with time beginning to run out. The Raiders from the 22. Picked up a couple that time. On the way, third down. 2 minutes remaining in the game. Coming up, third down, a huge moment. We're drawing near a close, and the defense is trying to preserve a victory. 3rd and 6. Almost intercepted that time.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game that can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
At the line. They're going for it on 4th. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. That's a missed opportunity, and now they'll have to bring out the defense.
I think we heard this all week long, didn't we, Jim? They wanted to be aggressive in this football game, and they're calling the plays and managing of the game, but you're losing. It's close. You go for it on 4th down. That's a lot to try to overcome.
Hey, the offense has a chance to do something with this drive. Tate's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. Tuck's the one who brings him to the ground.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go, and they stop him for a short gain.
That last running play was good for only a yard, so it's 2nd down and 9. Manziel lines up in the pistol. The handoff to Ben Tate. Outside to the left. Woodson's there that time for the tackle.
Good job by the safety diagnosing the run, getting up outside, and making the tackle for a short gain.
After that run, 3rd and 8 for the offense. Manziel set in the pistol. They call his name again. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to 4th down. Another win here today, and we're starting to think maybe we could talk undefeated season. I know it sounds crazy.
Yeah, well, it is crazy, and the pressure truly does build against undefeated teams. But that is a pressure that you like, and I say it to you all the time. Athletes love it when you look at them. Well, we're going to look at them now. Let's see if they can go undefeated.
What a memorable game this truly was. For Phil Simms, Danielle Bellini, and Larry Ridley, Jim Nance saying so long for now, and we leave you with the GMC Never Say Never moment of the game.